especially the early adopters of IP telephony. Again, you replace your cell phone every single year, but these people haven't updated their IP networks, their IP telephony systems for 5 or 6 years. And even, we think about it, we're at the end of 2024. The pandemic happened in 2020. Yeah. A lot of these customers that did move to IP because they had to move all their employees to work from home, and we had just so much work that happened that year, right? Moving people off of the old key systems to IP telephony. That's 4 years old technology now. That technology is obsolete, right? So you can't sit on a key system for 20 years anymore, or an IP cloud-based system for 20 years anymore, and not expect that technology to change. So, really some of the projects that are the one that Karim has been working on is for those IP phones and swapping out the IP phones for new IP phones, because the old IP phones are obsolete.
Upgrade our customers with the hardware or firmware. We do run into situations where there's a lot of customization that was done on the old hardware, and the customer expects us to transfer over all that customization to any new hardware we deploy. So in the past, we used to do that by logging into each phone and then gathering the information, what speed dials they had, what soft keys they had, and anything custom that the user did to their phone. And in some cases, like this police department, they were up to 150 speed dials per user. So collecting that information was very labor intensive and took a long time, and definitely, was prone to errors. These are humans, obviously, grabbing all this info and then transferring it over. So things happen. And then the solution was TekVision. Basically, we engaged TekVision to help us automate this process and eliminate any errors that users that would come from our users or our provisioners. Sorry. And TekVision did deliver. So now what used to take, I don't know, maybe if we're talking about 150 speed dials, it could take up to an hour, 2 hours per device to get all this information. Now it takes just, I don't know, a few seconds to just get the whole customer account done. Not just one phone, but literally within a minute, you can get up to 100 phones done, and it's all accurate. So definitely helpful. Definitely speeds up the process and eliminates all the errors. Yeah.
Great. Let's wrap this up with some key takeaways. Chakra, from your point of view, key things, recommendations, things to watch out for.
Yeah, no, I think the big thing that we are kind of focusing, thank you very much, Karim. That's really very encouraging. I need to pass that on to our team. But definitely we think automation is the way to go for migrations to scale it. And there is a lot of technology, new technology adoption that has to happen, like for security reasons that we just talked about, like Greg was talking about. There's still a lot of TDM networks that has to be moved on to, and several countries actually, I think even here in the US, we have to turn down the TDM networks at some point, right? I mean, there is already an FCC mandate on that. So there is a lot of shift happening, and for that to scale and for if we have to adopt that iPhone or a Google Android phones or whatever, the cell phone model, we have a long way to go on the telephony side of it.